The Mamamu podcast is supported by We Are Mamas, a Spanish brand created by mums for mums. And it's in Cyprus because the female founder behind Wiggle wanted to offer the options to mums on the island, something she didn't have during her pregnancy experience. Motherhood isn't always the picture-perfect version we see on social media. We all know that. And so many mums find themselves thinking, why didn't anyone tell me about this? The postpartum period can be exhausting, overwhelming, and emotionally challenging. And that's where We Are Mamas steps in. Their SOS postpartum kits are designed to make those first few days a little bit easier with everything you need for comfort and care. They also offer thoughtful products like the hot and cold clay pad, super comfortable postpartum pants and pads, and massage oils, and a C-section roller to support scar recovery and gentle self-care. Everything is created to support you through pregnancy and beyond, making your postpartum journey a little more manageable and a little more comfortable. You can find We Are Mamas exclusively at Wiggle. Hello, I am Eleni and this is the Mamamu podcast, a podcast I created in 2019 to give a platform to the many voices and personalities on the island who are creating, producing, building and generating change and progress. Today, we're stepping away slightly from our usual topics and heading down a different road that involves fermentation and technology, and the story of a couple who grew mushrooms in their home. On the show today, I have Vas Joseph and Greta Skemaite, the CPO and CEO of Freyia Labs and the creators of Fire Alchemy, a power couple who has taken fermentation to a whole new level. Freyia Labs is building F.O.R.S.E.T.I.X, that's an acronym, for a governed AI and machine learning assisted fermentation CoPilot for small and medium-sized enterprises. It digitises fermentation workflows, embeds HACCP logic, which is the hazard analysis critical control point. It does that natively and provides confidence condition decision support and anomaly detection to reduce failures, to improve batch consistency and strengthen audit readiness. The platform is software first, across cloud infrastructure, and designed to scale from manual operations to instrumented environments without locking producers into hardware or vendor ecosystems. They are currently building towards data-driven optimization capabilities as they accumulate structured process data through controlled pilots. Fire Alchemy, where it all began, is a premium fermentation house that creates small batch sauces, condiments, and flavor-led releases built around heat and time. Each batch is slowly fermentated and carefully aged to develop depth, balance, and a steady, lingering warmth. Nothing is rushed, nothing is mass-produced. So today, Greta and Vas share their story and journey as a small startup and the challenges they faced, how they believe technology can help shape a smarter and more sustainable world, and how they make it work as a couple with a young child. Also, the plans and wishes that Greta has as a businesswoman and mother. Information on Freyia Labs and Fire Alchemy will be in the show notes, so please go and have a look. Remember, you can contact me via my email, which is eleni@georgiesmummy.com. You can find me on social media, mainly Facebook and Instagram, under the username Georgie's Mummy. And if you want to support the podcast economically, financially, you can by subscribing to my Patreon for 2, 5 or 10 euros a month. And if that's not something you can do, if you don't like subscribing, that's fine. I really would appreciate you sharing the podcast, liking the podcast, following the podcast. Any little step will do for me. Thank you. Right, now, on with Vas and Greta, on with the show. Right. Okay, right. Vas, Greta, welcome to the studio. Finally. You're laughing. I see you guys almost like at least once or twice a week. And I'm always like, you need to come in so we can have a bit of a chat. So I'm very happy that you're here today. First of all, I wanted, there are 3 directions we're going to take today, but I wanted to start with the one that I feel is going to speak more to my audience. And that is the fact that you are a couple raising a baby, and you're also knee deep in business, innovation, technology. You've got a lot going on. Greta, I want to start with you as the mother. Has this been a challenging time for you as a mother trying to balance building a business and raising a child? And obviously, let's say also that you do not have the yaya that most Cypriots have on the side, the free babysitting service that we all take advantage of.
Yes, so we have one yaya next to us, but we are trying, due to her age and her capabilities, we are trying to, let's say...
not burden her.
Not burden her, exactly. But we are very grateful for that help. So I can compare the time when I was mother with a corporate job and mother entrepreneur. So when I was a mother with a corporate job, it was the timing was quite structured. There were also the security that at the end of the month you're going to have certain amount of money in your bank account, which is also very important, I would say, especially when you're raising a kid. And then mother being entrepreneur, everything is uncertain. The time is uncertain. The amount in your bank account is uncertain. And to balance entrepreneurship and motherhood is a huge challenge and huge struggle, I would say. So obviously also mother guilt kicks in. And but the good thing in our case is that we both, Vas and I, we both in the same pot. So we can somehow shift responsibilities when we need and schedule our timing according to the needs. But of course, there is, this feeling that you are stealing your time from one side in order to compensate the other side. So there is lots of, even I would say, it also raises an issue between us because when you are under this stress, how to balance everything, of course you are taking out the stress somewhere, and usually it's to the person who is closest to you, right?
Yeah. Vas, how are you feeling as a dad entrepreneur?
So I love my life as it is.
Oh, bless.
I don't know how to do it differently.
Okay.
It is quite difficult to manage everything, to find a balance, but I was never a balanced person.
Oh, well, I was going to say that I think I don't believe in the balance. I think it doesn't exist. I think one thing is always winning and the other is losing. So if you're doing brilliantly at work, then obviously something is lacking at home. If you're doing brilliantly at home, then that means that something has been dropped on the other side. But I did want to know about the guilt that Greta just mentioned, and I nodded because I get it. Do you feel that guilt as well as a dad?
I feel guilty on all directions.
Okay, all the time. Yeah.
I am very lucky though, because Greta and I are quite opposites. And I get very obsessed with what I do. And she balances me out. I do feel guilty. I feel guilty when I'm not working. I feel guilty when I'm not around the family. I feel guilty when I can't perform. It's a constant guilt.
What I was interested in finding out from you guys is that, did you expect these challenges when it comes to balancing work and family, or was there anything that kind of shocked you and you weren't expecting it?
So even when I work, and I used to work for other people, I didn't know where to draw a line. I was quite full-on focused. This is not my first business. I also had a marketing agency before. Greta and I have a short-term rental. We're hustlers. So this didn't shock me on my personal obsessiveness on it. It's just, this is quite full on. This is demanding, because Greta and I managed to take it as far as we could up to now, and it's multi-dimensional. It's not just one thing. It's many layers of our business. So I'm not shocked, but we just have to deal with reality. And reality is sometimes...
And I think it's how easily you can adapt as a person to the circumstances that are in front of you also is quite helpful.
Look, I had I can share some experience. So when Freyia was born, I mentioned I was in corporate. So even though my time schedule was from 9, I think, to 5, but I was doing lots of overtime. And telling the truth, one of the reasons why I quit corporate is because I started to get this, basically my employer had the expectations that I would work with the same motivation and the same eagerness to do the job done as I was before pregnancy. So when I started to feel this pressure, and then there were a few incidents, I said, okay, it's enough. I cannot do it. So I had this expectation that when I turn fully to entrepreneurship, I will be more capable to schedule my time, and that was a false expectation. And so now I came into that into that time scheduling, that there is always no time, and you're working whenever you can. You don't sleep, and not because the baby is crying, but because the job had not been done yet, right? And there is not one person who is your boss have expectations. The team have expectations from you, right? And so, it's like I was running. We have the saying in Lithuania: you are running from the wolf, but you jump on the bear. So that's pretty much what happened. And I think that was the most... I can't say that I was fully not expecting this, but
Yeah.
when you jump in this reality, it hits you hard.
It's different. It's different. People always talk about what it's like when you have kids, when you have a family, when you have these responsibilities. But unless you're actually living it, you don't get it. You don't understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Because it's just the little everyday things. It's not 1 or 2 or 3. It's little by little. It's illnesses that you don't expect. It's hidden expenses that you don't expect. It's so many things.
yeah, absolutely. And, I had a conversation a few days ago, and I was told that there are lots of women who are career orientated, not necessarily entrepreneurs, who admitted that they sacrificed family for their career.
Yeah.
And the saddest part of this statement is that they added that they don't regret it. And then the question that I have in my head is, but this is the future. So why do you need this career?
Yeah.
Because you have to have this, you have to pass this legacy somewhere, right?
Yeah.
There should be a purpose. So what is the purpose?
Yeah.
In my mind, and by the way, I'm not judging this woman. I mean, it's a choice, right?
It sounds to me a bit like a survival instinct.
It is.
If you know what I mean. It's like, yeah.
It might be also, maybe it's an excuse.
Yeah.
Because, you can admit that you regret it, but then what?
You can't go back.
Exactly.
Time's not going to come back. So we're talking about entrepreneurship and how you started your business. I would like to go into the challenges of startups. I hear a lot about it in Cyprus, and I think that we do need to differentiate between Cyprus and the rest of Europe when it comes to how startups get going. So generally speaking, Vas, if you could, what are the challenges that someone who's interested in, is it doing a startup or what's the...
Okay, let's start by saying what a startup is.
What is a startup? Let's do that. Good idea. Okay.
So there's a clear line between a startup and a small or niche business.
Okay.
A startup is an entity that's created to create something new or break the way something's been done.
Okay.
Usually, startups are either science-based or technology-based, where they build on knowledge.
That's existing.
Yeah, that's existing.
Okay.
Or disrupt an industry by creating something new that changes the way something's been done.
Okay.
It's come to the point to be a startup, you actually have to be labeled a startup on a European level or a government level. You are defined as a startup, where a small business cannot be a startup because a startup has a very straight, narrow way of defining itself. A small business is somebody who either takes a hobby and takes it forward or creates a entity to just do something.
Okay.
Even though, if I may
Yeah.
add, I think in Cyprus, everybody wants to call themselves startups.
Do they?
Yeah, we see it.
Whatever reason, but
Okay.
everybody wants to be a startup.
Is it because maybe they don't understand the definition
Yes.
that Vas just explained? Because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a startup has this specific... So
Is it defined by the European Union then?
yeah, because when you're categorizing yourself, you fall under this SME, but then you're a startup.
Okay.
And there's even more qualifications, for example, innovation certificate that can be given to a startup that actually defines that this startup is innovative.
Okay.
So a startup, first of all, is a specific entity with a specific goal in mind.
Okay.
Now, taking what that means,
Yeah.
that you're trying to disrupt something or create something new or change the way something's done.
Makes it even more challenging.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you're not just doing a process, you're doing a discovery. And during that discovery...
A rediscovery, I would say.
Or a rediscovery, So during that process, you are creating something new. And that in itself is a challenge. Is it hard? Yes.
Why did you choose to do something so hard? What was the reason behind it?
I'm not an
Greta's laughing.
I think we didn't choose, we were chosen.
Oh, really? Okay, elaborate, please.
As a person, I am quite daring. I choose to do things which wouldn't classically be something that people would necessarily choose.
You don't like comfort zones.
It's just my character. It's
okay, though. It's okay.
If my friends make fun of me because they say, if you end up doing nothing and just relaxing, that for you is a danger zone. You'll end up getting in trouble.
Okay, all
so
right.
you always need to do something. They make fun of me by even saying, you don't know what a hobby is, do you?
Okay.
So
I agree
it was
with your
my
friends.
nature.
But yeah. Okay, so why did you choose to do this specific startup on this specific subject?
So growing up, I was quite a maverick. And I was always experimenting and doing strange things. And I decided that I want to go into the world of cultivating mushrooms.
Okay.
I'm talking about 17 years old now.
Okay.
And it was a hobby which got out of control, and it grew exponentially for many, many years.
All right.
And this was something that I enjoyed passionately, but it kept on growing bigger and bigger. So it was, selling some mushrooms here, growing some edibles that are special, doing things like that.
Okay.
And I was doing it for years. And that happened until the point where I no longer could do it because life got in the way. And life means, I needed to make a career of myself. So I got a corporate job where I had to choose how I would do it. And my personality is very involved.
Okay.
I can't do something half in, half out.
All right.
So life, career overtook it. So I had to put it down. In 2018, towards the end of it, after having my own agency, after working for many years for other people, Greta and I, we were going to our other business, which is short-term rental. And we had a little incident where a car hit us from the back. We were stopped.
Oh, you were together when you had the car accident?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just you.
No, it was together. And I'm very grateful we were together on how it evolved. So that incident actually broke my spine. And it was a very difficult time for me where I had to literally stop everything.
Do nothing.
And do nothing.
Wow.
Yes. I am grateful that I had Greta during that period of my life where she kept me sane, kept me together, and literally saved my life, because it's very difficult to deal with that solitude, looking up at the ceiling when you don't have some anchor.
Yeah.
And she was that for me. And during my recovery, I started saying, what am I going to do with my life? I don't want to run the agency anymore, because the agency was myself and extensions of myself, like a content writer, a developer, graphic designer. Without me, it kind of fell apart.
Dissolved.
And the clients also, they're not going to wait.
Yeah.
So they obviously shifted and moved on. That's normal.
So how I saw it, it was post-traumatic depression signs.
Most probably.
And I just told him one day, just find a hobby. I don't care what is this hobby, just find a hobby.
Find something that you want to do.
I was losing myself during that time. I was getting involved. Like, I remember even some video games that I was really getting obsessed with. I needed something to anchor me, something, and it wasn't good for us.
Yeah.
And during that period, I just said, I want to do something that I was doing before, but do it a little stronger, do it better.
Okay.
And that was go back into agriculture, make my passion a reality. So I started studying it again. I got mentorship, and COVID hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Greta, do you want to pick up from where COVID hit?
Yeah, so
That was a lovely time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
the COVID hit, and then during the COVID, as happened to many couples, the pregnancy hit as well.
Man.
So everything, it seems like everything around is kind of going sideways. Yeah. But also for us, it was a time when Vas collected himself, and we had these situations during that time where our house at that time was turned into the building site, and I was coming back from the office where I used to work, coming back to the building site, and Vas was building.
When she means building, I made a lab
in the middle
in the house.
In the middle of our living room.
Living room, okay.
Then we went to Lithuania at some point to my country, and we got these chili seeds, and then Vas said, "I'm gonna do the gardening now," and so the whole house was turned into the chili plantation.
Really?
Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of plants.
Even in our bedroom, chili plants. So everywhere. And
okay.
When at that time also we had the mushrooms growing. So it was very chaotic. So from
mushrooms, chilies, a man, a woman, and a baby in the belly.
The baby, yes, we just figure out that the baby's in the belly.
Okay.
And then I said, like, look, it's too chaotic. The baby is coming. We have to somehow structure everything.
Yeah, we can't lay it down in a bed of mushrooms and chilies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, what was the aim with the chilies? What did you want to do? You got the chili seeds, and then
I don't think that there was a name.
No,
it was just kind of I saw it as a therapy for Vas.
Okay.
Because he had something to do.
Yeah.
And then the chilies grew, and he harvested it, and he started to kind of experiment, and I was like, okay, cool. I mean, why not?
Okay.
And you want to add something?
I do. During this time, we also started pushing them out in the market. So we started giving everything out to people. Our mushrooms were some of the most beautiful creations you could see. There were bouquets. We had 14 species because I can't do just one thing.
Of course
I have
not.
to go crazy.
Yeah.
So we had things that people never saw.
Wow. And you were just giving them out?
We were, at the beginning, we were giving them out, yeah.
Okay.
We were like, just take, and what do you think? It became so popular that newspapers started writing about us. We had a waiting list of 3 months.
For waiting list for what?
For mushrooms.
For mushrooms?
Yeah.
So we're not even into the chilies yet?
No.
Okay, so when did the chilies come into the picture?
So the chilies started, I think, it started simultaneously with the mushrooms, but it took over when the grow room for the mushrooms, it was like malfunctioning, whatever. And it was just too much hassle to fix it, and the chilies just took over. So basically the mushroom project was put aside.
Okay.
And chilies took over.
So you had to choose what was going to work, and it was obvious that the chilies were going to work.
As I said, we also had to a little bit structure, and also Vas started to see the signs of allergy, and he's allergic to mushrooms now.
What?
Yeah, so just so you understand in your mind what it looked like, when we say we built a lab, we built something that looked like Breaking Bad. Half the house was a clean room with a laboratory in it. During COVID, we had built machinery, we had built clean rooms, and we had lots of growth in the house. This growth has spores. You could see it. It was so thick. And that's when we can't have a kid in this facility.
Yeah.
Is it a house or is it a lab?
Yeah.
So when we had that incident with the lab, just so you know, there was a little explosion in the lab. Yeah.
A little one.
A little one.
Just a little one.
Which malfunctioned the whole thing.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, let's...
I really hope that you had a camera somewhere filming all this in the corner of your apartment.
I think thanks
this
God
sounds like a Netflix show.
Thanks God we didn't have it, because I don't know, who could knock our door at that time.
So how did you become allergic? Did you become allergic?
Yeah.
Can you become allergic to something?
You can become allergic
Really?
to anything you're exposed to that could have like a toxic effect on you.
Wow.
Yeah, spores are not exactly good for your breath.
For your
breathe it in.
lungs. Yeah.
So now imagine a spore cloud so thick that you could see it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was also another reason why you chose to go with the...
It was a natural evolution based on our situation and the circumstances. And we transitioned we were giving the mushrooms and the peppers together.
Yeah.
We were experimenting with fermentation. We were looking so it just naturally evolved in that way. It wasn't hard decisions.
Okay.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
And another thing about a mushroom business, it takes full effort, non-stop commitment. They never sleep.
And a lot of patience, I can imagine.
Oh, my goodness.
It sounds a lot like raising a child.
It
It definitely needs lots of care and love.
Yes. And understanding. You need to know the science behind it.
Okay.
And then as everything evolves naturally in our life, so we convert it into the deep tech also very naturally. So when we started to ferment more seriously, and we saw that there is a demand for fermented food, we said, okay, we need to do something in order to keep the consistency of the product. Because fermentation is like an art, we like to say.
I do have a question about fermentation, because it's something that we hear a lot about, but I feel a lot of people don't really know exactly what it is. So what is so special about fermentation?
Well, I grew up with fermented food because in Lithuania and this northeastern European countries, fermentation, I would say, is the same big as in Asia. Okay, so fermented food, first of all, it's a way to preserve food, and especially now when in some areas of the world we have the shortage of food, right?
Exactly.
Even here in Cyprus,
Yep.
I mean, we can see like supermarkets shelves are half empty, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect way to preserve food and have the vitamins and probiotics, which are necessary for the good gut health. So basically this is
So it was something that you
something fresh from the, let's say from one food you are converting to the other food. It's like a natural cooking, I would say.
Yeah.
Like this,
Okay. All right.
And
how is fermentation done?
the
What do you need to
Okay.
do
I will
to ferment something?
I will take one step back and say...
And keep it simple,
Simple,
remember.
yeah.
Okay.
If it wasn't for the microorganisms that surround us, life wouldn't exist.
Okay.
We are surrounded by bacteria, yeast, fungi, algae, and many other microorganisms.
Okay.
They are fundamental to life. We are humans because of that. It goes to the extent that 50% of us is microorganisms and the other 50% is human.
So we are actually, sorry to interrupt, but for instance, it's a normal how body functions, right?
Yeah.
People sometimes fart, right?
Often.
So this is.
I love farting.
This is the.
Who doesn't?
The result of fermentation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we as humans, we are the perfect fermentation vessel.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now all this put into the proper vessel, like your cooking vessel, right? And you can have like from something fresh, right? Like a cabbage.
Yeah.
When you ferment it, you get the sauerkraut.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And this cooking is done by microbes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in simple terms, that's true, and that's exactly what it is. And there are different types. It's either through bacteria, through yeasts, or through fungi. So
Okay.
even when we were doing mushrooms, we were doing a type of fermentation.
Yeah.
Because that's
That's
a
a
mold, that's a fungi.
fungi, yeah.
So we were always involved in that process from the beginning.
Okay.
So in very simple terms, it is a natural process, and our ancestors were doing it. This was done in ancient Mesopotamia. This was done in the Nordic countries, where they found 5 tons of bones before even cooking was really there.
Yeah.
They found mead, where they were fermenting honey with a bit of water, because drinking the water was even more dangerous.
Okay.
In some of this kind of, I'd say, again, Eastern European and Baltic countries, it was safer to drink beer than
the water.
water.
Yeah.
So we are here today because of it. So it is the natural process where microorganisms do what they do, which is reproduce and eat, and convert an environment, which is a food, into an environment where they can thrive.
Okay.
And that thriving creates an environment which is hostile to other microorganisms. That's where the protection comes in.
Okay.
They create an environment where they can thrive in,
Yeah.
and their enemies can't. Their enemies are usually our enemies. So we evolved to work with these together.
Okay.
And that's how they preserve food for so long.
Yeah.
It's a controlled type of decomposition where we've learned, or we all evolved with them to be able to consume them.
Okay.
So it's a pre-digestion for us as well.
All right.
And just so people understand how far it goes, coffee is made through fermentation. There's a process to get the coffee we have today. It has to be fermented. Chocolate is made through fermentation. Alcohol is made through fermentation. That's the clearest one.
Yeah.
Dairy, lots of dairy products like cheese, kefir,
Kefir, yeah.
those are fermented. And let's go even further. Medicine, industry, like dyes, many parts.
So can I say the most fascinating that I found, I think, last year, that I think now that all the researchers will be laughing for me, but I just last year I found out that they are making pigments from like using the fermentation process to dye clothes. So I never heard it before. It was just last year that we met when we went to Climate Kick in Vienna. There was one guy who came from Latin America, and it's his business to do this
Pigmentation.
pigments. And I attended a fermentation conference in Brussels lately. Apparently this is the thing, and unfortunately it's too expensive for industry. So even though it's sustainable,
Yeah.
it's healthier for us because there are these fast fashion chains that use like really heavy chemicals.
Yep.
And I should most probably take an opportunity and warn, all the parents that don't dress your children often with this fast fashion clothes and use something more natural.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, like these kind of fermentation products, they are too expensive for us.
Okay.
And that's why the industry chooses chemicals, which might be harmful instead of, having something natural.
Yeah.
Fermented.
Fascinating. So quite interesting. So let's move to the next step. So we've gone from the apartment full of mushrooms and chilies to landing on the chilies to going into fermentation. You mentioned deep tech earlier. Now we're moving into how you took that, fermentation, chilies, and you moved into the...
Deep tech.
Deep tech.
And I'd like to point something out, going back to what a startup is.
Yeah.
Up to this point, we were an artisanal SME. We were a small business. We were not a startup then. Even though we did scientific approaches, we were growing stuff, we were doing something innovative, that was still not a startup.
So even though what you were doing was the definition of a startup, you weren't a startup.
No, it was going into it. Why? Because we were doing something that everybody does.
Yeah.
Even though nobody's doing it.
Yeah.
We were following a very simple pattern that everybody does.
But you weren't doing it to go into being a startup.
We were organically growing.
You were organically growing into it. Okay, so how did the deep tech part come in?
And to add to that, we were not startup, but with this idea, we were accepted to Idea Innovation Center. Mm-hmm. And because we went there as a food company, not as a deep tech startup.
Okay.
And after Idea Accelerator, we started, to open our eyes and see that, in order to be startup, we got that concept of startup actually there. Mm-hmm. And we started to understand that we should do something innovative here.
Yeah. That there was potential to this idea. Yeah.
And because Idea Innovation Center helped us to build a really strong network, really strong mentorship. We were advised that, okay, think about your problems a little bit. And we started to think about what should we do in order to scale? Because now we have our products, we are happy, it's moving forward, we have the vision, but we started to get the comments from our admirers, let's say,
fans.
I can't say customers at that time because our products were not commercially available. Yeah. So they were those who tried our products one time, and then the other time they said it's good, but it's not the same.
Huh.
And we started to think what's wrong with that? We have the same yellow habanero.
Yeah.
So if this batch of yellow habanero tastes like this and the color is like this, why the next batch is different?
There wasn't a consistency.
And we started to see it with each and every fermented product.
Oh, it kept happening.
There is lacking consistency. And why? Is it the time? Is it the temperature? Is it the season? Is it the raw material? Is it us?
Is it you? Maybe because you had a baby, Greta. No, I'm curious.
By the way, the fermentation.
Yeah.
It says this midwife tales, but it's actually not. when my grandma was fermenting vegetables, it was very important that woman wouldn't be on her period.
Okay.
Because the hormones make a difference. Okay. So let's say the same sauerkraut might turn too soft.
Wow. See why we need to know about women's history, and we never learn.
Absolutely.
So many
I don't know how.
Okay, so maybe
man's cycles affect the fermentation, but this is something that my grandma used to tell me.
So what was it then? What was the problem?
We didn't know.
Oh,
We do know now. Though.
oh, you do know now.
Yeah, but at that time we didn't know.
That time you didn't know. Okay.
And that was the eyes opening.
So what we knew back then was there were too many variables.
Okay.
One step back, Greta and I, both before all this happened, we studied with Harvard fermentation.
Okay.
That's part of we need to know, we need to understand, we need to be masters of our trade.
Yes.
So we both studied.
Important point.
Yes. Greta's a lawyer, I'm a marketeer.
Yeah.
We were both, in a sense, product managers, but let's be experts in what we do. Okay. Still no answers. The one answer that we did know is there are so many variables, there are so many things that the human mind can't calculate them all. So we said there has to be a solution, and that solution is what made us a startup.
Okay.
That solution was digitizing everything, creating a system which would calculate all these variables and be our co-pilot in our fermentation needs.
Okay. How?
And just to say that it wasn't like a eureka moment for one of us or both of us.
Yeah.
It was something that our community was showing to us,
It sounds to me like it was a need.
It was a need
that needed to be fulfilled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then because we were talking with lots of people, we were eager to find the solution for us. Our community member, now the startup community member, gave us an idea. Like, okay, if you need it, maybe the others need it too. So why...
if you've got this problem, then others might have it as well.
Why would you do it for you? Do it for everybody like you,
Okay.
And so here I want to stress on this community need. You can't do business or create startup without the support of others. You need your potential customers and their feedbacks. You need your mentors. You need your fellow entrepreneurs, and you have to listen. You don't need to do everything what they say, because many people will tell you many things, like because everybody knows better. I mean, that's standard, right?
Yeah.
So you know what is best for you, but listen to the opinions, consider them, and don't do it alone.
Okay.
Seek for the community help, because there is lots of help out there.
Yeah.
And that's why I really, really recommend to those people who have ideas or who started their entrepreneurial journey, go to the accelerators.
Okay.
Find your community, especially for women entrepreneurs. Now is our time. We have so many possibilities. Europe supports us. Even in Cyprus, we have so many communities that are designed for women that would support you.
And there's so many gaps that we can fill as well that have never been filled.
Absolutely. And I always remember the story when I am a part of one woman community. It's Academy of Women Entrepreneurs. And when we all gathered, one lady stood up and she said, my struggle is that it's not that I don't have motivation to do it, but my family do not support me. Yeah. And she was talking not about the financial support, it was the mental support.
The emotional support. Yeah.
So these communities will understand you, will support you, and will help you, will mentor you. Just go there and ask for help.
Yeah, it's very important that you stress that point because, there are so many obstacles already for us. When you add the obstacle of no support within your home, your family, and your friends, you're just back to square one. It's almost impossible to get through those obstacles again and reach that point. So,
if your closest circle don't believe your idea, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And
find your community.
And you will find your community, 100%.
Yeah. Vasmo?
Yeah. So
can we, a bit more about going into the deep tech, their problems, challenges that you faced?
A real startup does one thing. It solves problems. A real business, I'm not saying other businesses are not real, but this is the real definition of it.
Yeah.
You are solving problems and you're creating a solution that solves those problems. I know it sounds a bit weird when you hear it out of the context of a startup, because when I say, what is your problem? You usually
I was going to say now, what is the problem that you're solving?
So the problem that we were solving is that for us, consistency, when we take it into the community level, so other people, is that small to medium-sized businesses don't have the knowledge, the money, the finance, and the experience to have this
base, I would say.
To get better, to evolve, to not have the problems we have in Fire Alchemy.
Yeah, you're removing one of the obstacles.
And we're doing it in a way which is beneficial to them, and they win both economically. So the cost of what we're doing is made obsolete by their gain. So that's when it was like that moment where we shouldn't be solving this problem for ourselves. We're thankful for these mentors in the community that pushed us to think like this. We should be solving the problem of the world, the fermentation world.
So on a grander scale, on a bigger scale, how is this helping?
I will tell you the impact.
Or the impact that it has.
So when it comes to the specific segment we're targeting now, there are 100,000 companies worldwide, okay? 99% of them are small to medium-sized companies, and they make 50% of the value of the market. The rest are these big players. They don't need solutions. They have all the money, they have all the scientists,
all the machinery,
and the time.
Okay.
What happens to the rest of the people which are left behind, where there's becoming a bigger divide because of the technology? We're moving fast between these two players. AI has really made that gap huge.
Polarized even more.
Absolutely. So we said, these are the people that need us the most.
Okay.
The people like us, we understand them. We know what they're going through. And we spoke to hundreds of them.
And
it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
How have they survived all this time, Re?
Look, they survived with a pen and paper. That's how they survived.
Meaning?
Or Excel sheet.
Oh,
literally pen and paper.
Absolutely. Yeah. So there are, the fermenters usually they have thermometers. They have like basic tools to measure different aspects of fermentation. Okay, and then they have to record it. But to find the pattern, it's very, very difficult.
I was going to say, do they have the consistency?
No.
If they have, let's say, I don't know, how many batches, right?
Yeah.
So, and what is the difference between like these 100 batches 1 year and the 100 batches the other year, and the other batch 100 batches the third year?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to find this pattern.
Okay.
So
question, because I know nothing about all this and I'm learning from you guys, but does climate change have anything to do with the way that you're cultivating, growing
Absolutely.
these vegetables?
Because if you get, let's say, simple thing, you get the raw material from one supplier, right?
Yeah.
And then you get for the other batch raw material from the other supplier. There will be changes.
The differences, yeah.
There will be changes. The differences in the batches, the color, the flavor, everything.
Yeah.
So you have to understand how to balance these variables, right? In order to get the same result, even though your raw material came from different sources. Or for instance, let's say you have the temperature fluctuation, right?
Yeah.
So what should I do? Is this batch already done because the temperature changed?
Yeah.
Or can I still save it?
Yeah. And when you say temperature, I'm guessing that you're meaning atmosphere, but also like the ground as well.
The temperature of the fermentation. Because
But what about the temperature of the actual planet and how it is affecting
well, the one thing for sure is
vegetables and...
The more the climate becomes a little bit more hostile, the more the plants suffer. The more plants suffer, the more we have to find a way to preserve them.
That's what I mean.
So we need more systems to give longevity to our food, create food that's friendly to the environment. And yes, the plants are affected, which affects the end product for the fermenter.
Yeah.
Because the composition of what makes that plant is different now.
Yeah.
And if you're using the same plant, you're not going to get the same results.
Exactly.
So what happens to these companies which are small
Yeah.
and don't even know the basics? They just they're artists, they're not scientists.
Yeah.
They're left behind, and the big players are slowly crushing everything.
Yeah.
And everything is becoming automated. Art is becoming obsolete,
Yeah. Or mass-produced.
Mass-produced is what the norm is.
And again, when you do the mass production, usually the corners are cut as well. So let's say the natural fruit is replaced with the sugar. For instance, the organic vegetables replaced with
Mass production.
Yeah.
So there are. I would say, well, first of all, people should support more small and medium producers of anything, because we care more. We put our heart and soul in what we are doing.
Yeah.
And now the big players of anything, they just focus on the return, right?
Yeah.
So the item, the food, the clothes, the furniture, everything loses its soul, right? So even though, unfortunately, the product made by a small or medium producer might be slightly more expensive, but at least the quality is higher, which means it's usually healthier, right?
Yeah.
It's more natural. So then you start thinking, like, will I really save on my health? And after that, I end up with the really bad disease.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's a choice. Well, really, a choice of deciding to scale down. Deciding that the money that you earn, you want to spend it well. And I think the worse the world is becoming in terms of climate, politics, social issues, whatever you want, there are a lot of people who are thinking we want to go back to basics. The problem is that these basics, these small businesses aren't always accessible, and a lot of people don't know about them. So what are you doing as a startup, as something that, touch wood, is looking good, to get word out? And what would you recommend to someone who is thinking either of a small business or a startup on getting word out and giving consumers the opportunity to choose something that is more local, more small, more, healthier or whatever?
So first of all, I think that we love to talk to our customers. We really, really give lots of effort.
You see them as people.
Talking and educating them.
Good. Lovely.
And then we don't do much marketing. And we do it purposely. Because if we start doing like heavy marketing, we don't have that much capacity.
Well, I was going to say, what do you worry about by going bigger?
So now, currently, like this year is the year of the change where we are planning to open our e-shop. But on the other hand, like we are very excited about scaling. But on the other hand, we are kind of afraid to lose this contact with the community, with our customers.
Yeah.
Who did marketing for us?
Okay.
So there is lots of word of mouth that's spreading around, and even abroad.
Yeah. The word of mouth is slow, but it works.
And
it's very powerful.
It's very, very powerful.
Yeah.
So I think this is the first thing. It's our customers, it's our fans, and the supporters. Then I think the podcasts like yours help a lot for people to understand, first of all,
Yep.
to know, and to start, considering like what's best, like what's more sustainable. Then we have quite a big network, and we are pushing this network to widen not only in Cyprus but abroad as well. So that's why we are happy to say that we are the alumni and the winners of different international accelerators and competitions. We have some publicity that we didn't ask, but people came to us, that the mass media.
It's a natural course of things when you're doing something good. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is for us. This is the validation that we're doing something good, and we are going the right direction for the better tomorrow.
Yeah. Vasmo, as the ex-marketeer here, you don't want to be in supermarket aisles.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
We want to, as a marketeer, I could have blown it out of the water.
I'm sure you could have, yeah.
We didn't do it. We have our priorities. Our priorities are the technology, the team, our stability, and then to commercialize everything. Because we have our software, F.O.R.S.E.T.I.X, and we have our brand, Fire Alchemy, we need to choose which ones really focusing. Our team is quite extensive now. We've grown it quite a bit, and the majority is on the technology. So we're not ready to blow it out that big, and we haven't for that a long time, because we're making sure everything works well.
Okay.
We're not in a rush. We're moving fast, but we're not in that much of a rush that we're going to make mistakes that will cripple us. So this will happen when it happens. Like everything we've done it organically, and it's worked for us. We have a strategy in line. We're following the path to our success, and we're not letting anybody influence us otherwise. So
from the companies that you mentioned, the 100,000, is this technology has it been taken by any one of these companies and used yet?
We're going into piloting with a few local ones.
Okay.
And we have a waiting list of many abroad waiting to do it. So we have people in America, we have people in England, we have people in Europe.
Wow.
There are. We were very lucky to be the first startup to be accepted into EIT food seedbed program. We are the first Cypriot startup to ever make it to that level. And what they did is they funded us to validate our technology and to go talk to people. And we spoke to hundreds of people last year.
Okay.
It was full on. It was a year of discovery. So we're very optimistic on how things are moving.
Last question before we go into where people can find you and the products and if they want to get in touch. How easy was it to work with the European Union and get funding?
So
I think that is very important to answer this question. So
I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but I think it is important that we do.
It is important because startups sometimes, or this pre-startup period, they don't really know what does it mean, because everybody says that you should apply. But what
That's what
does
everyone
it mean?
says.
Like,
Just apply, and you're like, what, where, how? Yeah.
So let me just list what we have won up to now. We got funded by Idea Innovation Center, the Bank of Cyprus, through their accelerator. We got support from EUC Startup Center powered by Microsoft, where they supported us as well. We were in other accelerators, like the big accelerators from KPMG, PwC. We were in Unity Growth Accelerator. We were in many. We got funded last year by the Research Innovation Foundation of Cyprus with pre-seed funding. We have won the Cyprus Entrepreneurship Competition. We were in Bicommunal, so Startups for Peace, which we were also one of the winners. And this is just a few to mention. Every single one of them is a challenge. Every single one of them is extensive commitment, knowledge, and education. And the percentages of winning are minor. But Greta and I have something. We have passion, we have commitment, and we have sacrifice.
There is something else that I would mention regarding the funding, because it's quite important, and not many people know that. For the bicommunal startups, and not only startups, there is the UNDP for Greener Cyprus Challenge, which we won, and we got funded for our solution to make compost and fertilizer through fermentation process. So,
we've done a few things.
Yeah, so this is something else which proved to us that our solution for F.O.R.S.E.T.I.X can be applicable not only for food and non-alcoholic beverage, but also for biomass fermentation.
Okay.
So this is something very fascinating.
Yeah.
And also research innovation Research Innovation Foundation. So it was difficult to do the application, especially when we were in this condition that I was in Cyprus and Vas was in America. So time difference and stuff like that. But we are proud to say that we did the application. We wrote it by ourselves. We didn't need to hire somebody to do it for us, because many startups choose this, I would say, easier option to go to the professionals.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to say that, because there is such option.
Okay.
Not everybody can write.
Yeah.
So.
But if you can put your own customized personal character in it, why not try?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we managed to do it without
The extra help.
There was an extra help from the community, and we should say that.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be fair,
Yeah.
But the majority of work was done by us. Okay, so it was me and Vas in front of the laptops doing it.
Yeah.
And then it was quite challenging pitching because there are also the stages of the approval, and the pitching for Research Innovation Foundation, it was 10 minutes pitch plus
35.
plus 35 minutes Q&A.
In front of 7 judges.
International judges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a CIA interview with the lights blinding you on the other side.
Kind of reminds me of like school exams or something. I'm getting upset in my stomach.
It's
so you
very
survived that.
So this is also important to mention that there's lots of work.
Yeah, there are
do that.
strict guidelines. There are. I mean, it just sounds like you've got to be very persistent.
And I would say that I should give a grant for Vas, because
Okay, if
he
you want.
is very much into details and reading the instructions, which I hate.
I was going to say, so the one thing that pisses her off about you actually came into.
This is what makes us strong,
There
actually.
you go.
So I am obsessive. I am also compulsive because I do. But Greta is organized and in line and gets stuff done.
Yeah. So basically she's like paving the way, organizing, and then you're behind sorting out the details and ironing out things. Is that
the lines blur?
The lines blur.
Somewhere there.
But also, I think it's very, very important to mention at this point that it's not only Vas and I, it's the whole team of Freyia Labs. And I think that we managed to create a dream team, and we are very, very grateful that they are with us, because obviously as a startup that didn't manage to raise yet a couple of millions, we could not afford the proper salaries, So, but we managed to find people who believed in this idea, who believed in Freyia Labs, and I am always getting emotional when, and I am not getting emotional very often, but with these people, I mean, when I see their passion.
Yeah.
And for this team that works for Fire Alchemy brand, and the team that works exclusively on the deep tech part, they are so passionate that sometimes when I am kind of losing my motivation that it's enough, it's done, I'm done. You just first of all, I look at Freyia. I look at Vas, and then there is a team that is so passionate of just to take Freyia Labs, to another level. To another level, yes.
Okay, so guys, where can people get in touch with you if they're thinking of going into a startup? I'd like to know about the Fire Alchemy products, where they can find them. So, if someone wants to get in contact.
Okay. Both Greta and I have our LinkedIn. That's where we do a lot of our business kind of movements. Fire Alchemy isn't commercially available. We go and showcase our products at different markets.
Okay.
And they can see every month where we're going when we post it.
When you post on your social media, so, the events are up there. Okay.
So it's on Facebook and Instagram as Fire Alchemy Official. And you will see posts there. If you want to get in contact with us for some guidance on startups, you can actually reach out to us through there.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook page for Freyia Labs, and it's on LinkedIn as well. Our technology, if somebody's interested in, they can reach out directly to us. If somebody is interested in investing, that's also open.
Of course.
This year is when we're raising another round to power the company to the next level. We've already, closed our pre-seed round, so now this is a seed round, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do have one thing to say though. why does this matter? The way the world is going, we're leading towards a dystopia. We're leading towards a place where the big players will take over, and they will even minimize the people that work for them. They're going to be just management running like automated systems. And as that happens, one thing starts diminishing, and that's like the human spirit, variety. So think about this. You have big producers and they have coffee. You will have one coffee. That's enough to serve the world. What really makes flavor and variety is hundreds and thousands of small individuals making unique products. And these are the people we want to power. These are the people that make life interesting, because those are the people who make those custom clothes.
Yeah.
Those are the people who make specialty food. If that disappears and it just turns into industry, we are going to have one color, one type of clothes, one type of coffee, one type of life. We're going to be in lines, in order, and we will be happy and compliant with what we're given.
It will all be beige.
It will all be beige.
I don't like beige.
So Freyia Labs wants to empower people to live up to the changing world, to be their co-pilot, to be their scientist, to be their compliance officer, to be their environmental helper, the person who helps them stay relevant while the world starts becoming one ball.
Yeah.
You know?
And be the resistance, I was going to say, the word that popped to mind right now. Be the resistance against the world that you just described that is possibly coming.
And
yes, Greta.
Yes, so because we are at George's mom, so I think that we should finish the podcast with encouragement that, you know, all of us, we are working for the future. The future is our children. And I somehow have this urge to advocate for parents who want to innovate, who want to be entrepreneurs, who want to be professionals in their life for their children, for our future. And we cannot do it if we are working as an individual. We have to work as a community, and we have to have the support from those who serve us, and these are politicians, right? So I really hope and I wish that Cyprus will be friendly for parents, professionals, right? And look around into the neighboring countries, in other European countries, where they have children rooms in the offices, where they have activity corners in different conferences for professionals.
It's where childcare actually exists and is not just on paper.
And another important thing, and I hope that all the countries will have it eventually, is when you can call the nanny and the insurance will pay for it. So this is in Belgium.
Yep.
And
I've heard that,
And I think it's very, very important, because when the child gets sick, you have to have somebody professional next to the child. So the nannies that are paid by the insurance, it's something that I really, really wish that Cyprus would have. and the maternity and paternity prolonged as well, right?
Well, and we'll end it here. But yeah, when you don't have mothers in those positions of power, I'm not excusing anyone, but when you literally do not exist within those structures are never going to...
it will not cross anyone's mind.
It won't,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah.
No one. It won't cross anyone's mind to do it. So that's one of the reasons why we always say, yes, community, the village that once existed, that's what we need. But also we need more powerful mothers pushing those structures and breaking through and creating new systems. And hopefully you and I will do that, yeah?
Absolutely. And the other parent communities.
And
right?
the others, yeah. Guys, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this conversation, this podcast. And good luck. And be strong. And don't become allergic to anything else, Vas. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.